In the first part to this Get Ready, we're told there are 4 people in a room and they all want to shake hands with each other and asked how many handshakes take place. If you haven't already, do make sure you've tried this out, and maybe that involves grabbing 3 friends to try and see how many handshakes there are. It shouldn't take you too long. Okay, so let's have a quick look. We can visualize this by thinking about person A, B, C, and D, and they all need to shake hands. So we have A shakes hands with B, A shakes hands with C, and A shakes hands with D. B's already shaken hands with A, but they need to shake hands with C, and they need to shake hands with D. C's already shaken hands with A and B, but they still need to shake hands with D. And D is now already shaken hands with everybody. So in total, that was 3 shakes for A, plus 2 more shakes for B, plus 1 more shake for C, which gives us 6. And actually, the way that we saw this, you can see how it might generalize to more people. If we had 5 people, the first person would shake 4 hands, then the next person would shake 3, then 2, then 1. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Actually, these are the triangle numbers, and the rule for n people is the rule for triangle numbers, which is n times, so 3, or sorry, in this case 4 times 3, which is n minus 1, divided by 2. This is the rule for the triangle numbers. So this is the rule for the number of handshakes that take place for n people. Now we're going to consider a related problem. And the related problem is, say we're to form a line, how many ways are there of arranging these people, these same 4 people? So again, if you haven't already had a think about it, pause the video and have a think now about how many ways this would work. Maybe get those 3 friends back and line each other up. Okay, so let's have a look at this problem. So the most obvious would be A, B, C, D. Now, if we're going to try and be systematic here, we could swap D and C and keep A and B the same. And to be systematic, I'm going to start off by doing all the ones where A is at the front. So these are all the ways that A can be at the front and then B is next. So now let's try A at the front and C is next. It could be BD after C, or it could be DB. But those are all the possible ways that A could be at the front and then C could be second. So now let's put D second, and then we could have BC, or with A first and D second, we could have CB. That's all the possible ways we could have A first and D second. Now there's no one left who can go second, so this is all the possible ways that A could be first. So there are 6 ways that A could be the first person in this line. But A doesn't have to be the first person. We could also have B the first person, or C or D. So there are 6 ways to do it for one person being first in the line, but there are 4 different people who could have been first in the line. So our answer here is 6 times by 4, which is 24. There are 24 different ways of arranging these people in a line, which is quite a bit more than we had for the handshake problem above.